Hello.
Hey everyone.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining us today at our Trans Family Story Hour. As many of you know from your email inboxes, today is Giving Tuesday, and we are excited to be raising funds for trans families. We have a goal today of raising $50,000, and I think we're going to do it because if you go and look at our fundraiser right now, which I'm going to put, um, I forgot to put the link. I need to put the link.
Well,
Um,
yeah, I think we're gonna hit it too. We're gonna knock it out of the park.
I think so. I think so. We Here's the link for everybody if you would like to go and check and see how we're doing and also donate. And it has been up and down. I think a lot of people are donating today, which is wonderful. So please try it again if it doesn't work the first time. But right now we are at $21,879 thanks to a match, a dollar for dollar match from a group of TransFamilies donors. And so we're actually already 44% of the way there, which is fabulous. It's so exciting to be so close already to halfway, even though it's still the morning for us. I know not for everybody. So I am here today with Nico, and I'm going to have Nico introduce himself because a lot of you haven't met them yet. So, Nico, go ahead.
Hey everyone, my name is Nico. My pronouns are they, them, and he, him, and I'm the program manager at TransFamilies. I started back in June, so almost a bit over 6 months now.
Yeah, and what do you do?
What does a program manager do?
Yes.
Yeah, so I manage our parent programming, so that includes our online virtual support groups. I do orientations with families where I welcome them into the org and get to know what they're looking for and matching them with different resources and programming. And I also oversee our youth programs, so that includes our Teen Discord server as well as Kids Spark, which is our 8 to 10-year-old group.
Great. And we are going to talk a little bit more later on today with the whole staff, and Nico's probably going to talk more about what they do
Hmm.
with all our programmings. But I thought that it would be nice for you to just introduce yourself briefly.
Thank you.
I am checking the website, the donation website, and does look like it's still down.
Oh no.
Um, so yeah, I hopefully it comes up soon. So um, be patient, everyone. I know that a lot of people are supporting today. Not just us. The site that we use is called Give Lively, and they do donation websites for a lot of nonprofits. And this is one of the biggest fundraising days of the year for a lot of nonprofits. And I think especially right now, a lot of people are looking to give to organizations like ours, where we support parents who have trans or non-binary children. Oh, it just came back up. Okay, yay. The site
Yes.
just came back up. So if you want to go to our site and check out how it's going and um, also donate, that would be wonderful. You can also start a fundraiser, a personal fundraiser, where you can um, actually have a personal little story, a personal photo. Sometimes people have their cats start a fundraiser. I did that last year. I might do that again this year. Um, and you can set an amount that you would like to raise and send that to all your family and friends and tell them a little bit about your story or the reason that you want to help trans families and that you think trans families need support. And like I mentioned before, this is one of the biggest fundraising days for many nonprofits. For us, this year end fundraiser, Give a Spark, is one of the biggest fundraising days of the year, of fundraising times of the year. And so we're glad that you're all out there helping us out today. And we are hoping that just between now and the end of the year that we can raise a lot of support to help us with our programming for next year. So thank you everybody for being here. We are going to start by reading some books. Like I said earlier, it's Trans Family Story Hour, something that we do every year on Giving Tuesday. And we love reading books that have trans non binary characters and diverse characters as well. And so here, each of us is going to read a couple books. Um, and before I start, I'm just going to say a little bit about the book I'm going to read. It's called My Rainbow. It's by Trinity and Deshanna Neal and illustrated by Art Twink. And I'm going to change this so that it's like that. That is what I'm going to do because that probably is better for everybody to be able to see. So I'm going to go ahead and start. And so for me, I have the physical book. So I'm going to um, read it, and then I will show you, um, the what it looks like. So I'm going to move myself over here so I can see better. My Rainbow by Trinity and Deshanna Neal, illustrated by Art Twink. To Grandpop, the one who loved me and my rainbow, I'll miss you. And it says, thank you to all Black women who make the world a more beautiful place to live. Trinity and her siblings played in the warm morning sunlight. Trinity stroked Peter Parker's long mane. She loved soft things, just like many kids with autism, and Peter's hair was perfect. Music sang from Lucien's cello, enveloping the room in tranquility and making it feel safe. Let's play, Trin, Hyperion said. Their sparkly shirt glittered like stars. Sometimes Trinity and Hyperion's dolls were video gamers. Sometimes they were astronauts. Little Thane's toy was a hot dog this time. Their dolls could be anything, just like Mom said they could. Trinity stayed with her doll long after everyone found other things to do. She stared at its long curly hair and beautiful dark skin. She touched her own short hair. What's the matter, baby? Mom asked. Trinity blew out a gust of breath in frustration. I can't be a girl. Oh, Mom said. Why is that? Because. Because why? Trinity glanced up. I need long hair. Girls can have short hair, see? Mom ran a hand over her short black hair. I'm a girl, too. Trinity's frown only deepened. I don't think you understand, Mom. I'm a transgender girl. Mom blinked with surprise. Trinity's gender was part of what made her a masterpiece, just like her autism and her black skin. But Trinity was trying to tell her something important. Mom closed her laptop and sat down next to Trinity. I'm listening. Trinity let out a big breath, as if she'd been holding it forever. People don't care if cisgender girls like you have short hair, but it's different for transgender girls. I need long hair. Mom thought for a long moment. You're right, it is different for me. She peered at each of her children. We are all a little different from one another. You're a beautiful rainbow, Trinity. I don't feel like a rainbow right now. Mom knew Trinity struggled to grow her hair long. She hated how it made her itchy when it was growing out. But Trinity knew herself best of all. And if she had said she needed long hair, she needed long hair. With a sigh, Trinity picked up a pink comb and began smoothing her doll's hair. When Dad came home from work, Mom was still thinking about what Trinity had said. I have to make things right, Mom said. But how? I don't know, Dad said. Mom didn't know either. Lucien peeked around the corner. I think I can help. Mom grabbed her purse. Lucien led her across the street to the beauty store. There were so many choices. That one's too long, Lucien said. Trinity doesn't like hair touching her neck. And that one's too straight, Mom said. She's a beautiful black girl, and her curly hair is already perfect. None of these feel right, she sighed. Lucien thought hard. I know what we need. The piggy has a little wig on. Trinity needs her very own rainbow. That night, as all her children slept, Mom sat down with her laptop, a hair needle, thread, and a wig cap. She had never made a wig before. She threaded the hair into the cap, like the online videos showed. She sewed late into the night, weaving love into every row. The wig had to be just right for Trinity. She poked herself with the needle a few times, got the thread tangled in the curls, and had to chase Peter when he snatched a strand of curly purple hair. But she weaved and weaved until the clock struck 3 a.m. She finally dozed off, hoping her daughter would love it. Mamma woke to the sound of sniffling and sobbing. She gasped. Trinity was crying. Mom dashed to the bathroom. The wig was big and fluffy on Trinity's head. The springy, curly, teal blue, dark pink, and purple hair that Lucian had chosen lit up the whole room. Trinity's eyes sparkled. She was crying tears of joy. She ran her fingers through the curls. It's me, Mom. My hair has finally come. It's my rainbow. Lucian bounded into the bathroom with the rest of the family behind him to see Trinity's reaction. Thank you, Trinity said. I love my rainbow. And we love you, my heart. I love that book.
Yay, that was beautiful. Thank you for reading.
Yeah, such a good book. So, Nico.
Yes, I'm gonna screen share my book I'm reading on Kindle. All right, let's
Oh,
see.
let me switch me off this time.
Thank you. All right, can we see the screen? Awesome. So this book is called Julian is a Mermaid by Jessica Love. I believe it came out 2018, and it's a book that I found right around the time it came out when I was working with youth, and it's appropriate also for like younger ones, like 4 to 8 as well. And I was just really struck by the beautiful illustrations and the message. So this is Julian is a Mermaid by Jessica Love. For Nana. And I love all the ocean imagery here as well. This is a boy named Julian, and this is his abuela. And those are some mermaids. Julian loves mermaids. So we see them like imagining, like portaling into the ocean, the subway. So beautiful. And then this lovely, lovely underwater scene as well, the stingray. And then the fish with the jewelry. Vámonos, mijo. This is our stop. Getting off, waving bye to all the mermaids. Abuela, did you see the mermaids? I saw them, mijo. Abuela, I'm also a mermaid. I'm gonna take a bath. You be good. Julian has a good idea. So they're taking off their clothes and putting on, building a new look. Getting creative, taking the curtains off, draping with the plant. Very cool. Oh, uh-oh. So what's Abuela gonna do? Let's see. Come here, mijo. For me, Abuela. For you, Julian. So she gives them this beautiful necklace, and they go out in the streets together. Where are we going? You'll see, says Abuela. Mermaids, whispers Julian. I also love this little shrimp costume over here. Like you, mijo, let's join them. And they do. They join the beautiful ocean parade of mermaids. And that's Julian swimming down below. The end.
Yay. I actually hadn't read that one before, so I love that. I'm so glad that you read that.
Yay. Thank you. Yeah, I love the art. It's like
It's
looking at
beautiful.
a like art gallery in a museum.
Yeah, it is. It is absolutely beautiful art. So it looks like um, the whole Give Lively is down. Um, they
Oh no.
are, yes. I think in a way it's interesting that um, people are donating so much that a lot of people's websites, donation websites, are down. It is
Hmm.
also unfortunate that that is the case because we're on such a great roll. Um, but hopefully it will be back up soon, and you can go there to donate. We'll be sending out new emails to everybody today with our
Hmm.
donation links. So if you haven't gotten a chance to donate yet, there will be time. Hopefully the site comes back up. We shall see.
Yeah.
We shall see. Um, so you have you read that one in Kids Park? Did you say you've read that one in Kids Park?
We haven't read that one in this particular program, but I read it for another program that I used to work for back in like 2019, and the kids really liked it there.
That's cool. That's very
Yeah.
cool.
Hmm.
Yay. And perhaps you will read that one for Kids Park
Hmm.
someday.
Yeah, for those that don't know, in Kids Spark, our 8 to 10-year-old group, we always have a book of the month where we'll read it together and then talk about the different themes. So that's always a part of our agenda.
Cool. That's so cool. I love that. All right. Well, my next book that I'm going to read is called Newton's Perfect Day. And it's written by Ansley Simpson and illustrated by Frael McGregor. This is my next book. And I will do the thing. Oh, you're doing that. Okay. Great. Newton wakes up at Newton and their mom's house, ready for the day. Today I have a plan and it will unfold perfectly, they said, just knowing it was true. There will be pancakes for breakfast. There will be dogs to pet. But the best part about Newton's perfect day is that the last 3 chapters of their book will be read lying on the grass under their favorite shady tree. That sounds like a super perfect day. They yawned. They stretched. They were just about to get out of bed when whoosh! Newton's mom blew into their room in a flurry. Her top half was dressed for work, her bottom half was dressed for bed. Sloosh went a bowl of cereal into Newton's hands. Newton, get up. I've got language class and it starts in 2 minutes. I'm sure there are many of us who dress on the top half for work and the bottom half for bed when we're on video meetings. Before they even knew what had happened, Newton was outside. No pancakes. I'll be done in an hour. I love you. Kabunk went the screen door. Bedoop. went the computer. Anin bonjour, said Newton's mom. This was not in the plan, Newton said to Ninatic with the almost red leaves. Newton was just about to tell Ninatic all about it and maybe ask for a hug when whoosh, Newton's auntie blew through the back gate in a flurry. Her top half carried sleepy cousin A. Her bottom half carried sleepy cousin B. Aneen, Newton, miigwech for watching the kids. I've got to run. I've got a dentist appointment and the bus comes in 2 minutes. Newton sighed. This was not in the plan. I should be eating pancakes right now, they said to their cousins who were busy braiding each other's hair. Newton has lots of cousins in the city. Some of their cousins have fur and some of their cousins have leaves, but these two cousins have names as long as their hair, so everyone just calls them by letters. We're going to my dad's house, decided Newton. Newton's dad's house was a good idea. It was a short bus ride away and right near the park with their favorite tree, and maybe, just maybe, there would be some pancakes there. They tumbled down to the bus stop, making sure to be safe as they crossed the street, just as the bus pulled up. Pancakes would be delicious with black caps on top, A said, picking berries from the long prickly branches that hung like arms over the back deck. This is a perfect idea, Newton started to say, when suddenly, whoosh, Newton's dad blew across the deck and into the house in a flurry. His top half wore spilled coffee. His bottom half tripped over a computer cord. Hi, kiddos. Can't talk. I've got a meeting and it starts in 2 minutes, said Dad. This was not in the plan, said Newton, too. Clegog. Phew, said A, plugging his nose, as the skunk disappeared under the deck to sleep. Schlegog likes quiet, said B in a not so quiet voice. Schlegog needs space, B continued even louder. Shh, whispered Newton as they tippy-toed off the deck. This was not in the plan, Newton said as they plopped down on the steps in front of their dad's place. I should be reading the last 3 glorious chapters of my book under my favorite tree. Will these books work? Said A with a big smile as he pulled comics out of the little library box. Maybe this day can be saved after all, said Newton, and they all walked to the park. Newton's favorite tree was in the perfect spot. The top half was shady with colorful leaves, just like Ninatic. The bottom half was surrounded by shaggy grass, and the best part was it had a view of the dog park. Newton sat under the tree and spread the comics out in front of them like a rainbow. If you climb a tree, you have to be careful, said A, as he hung down from a branch. Squirrels are very careful climbers, added B, counting each one in the branches of the tree. Just when it seemed they had found the calmest pocket of the city and Newton could finally read in peace. Plunk went A from the tree branch. Eep went B, launching the comics up in the air. Zip went all the Ajitamu out of the tree, and whoosh, a puppy flew by in a flurry. Their top half was fluffy. Their bottom half was dragging a long red leash. Somebody grab that puppy! Newton knew just what to do. When you watch as many dogs as Newton does at the dog park, you know there is nothing dogs love more than a good, big, fun dog pile. This was not in the plan, Newton giggled to the Ajitamu as they hopped back up the tree. Newton scanned their cousins. A was inspecting a new scrape that had appeared on his knee while B spun in circles. Their comics were scattered under the tree. Everyone was hungry. Everyone had to pee. It was clear to Newton that it was time to go home. When they got back, Newton's mom and Auntie were sitting in the backyard with cups of tea. Mom still dressed top part fancy, bottom part jammies. There you are, and you have berries. Do you know what goes well with berries? Said Newton's mom. Pancakes. Newton, A, and B squirmed and giggled. Even Ninatic shook in excitement, knowing their tasty syrup would be enjoyed. Newton smiled and thought. Today did not go as planned, and it was wonderful.
Yay!
Yeah, I love that one too.
That's an
Um,
awesome book.
the words in there are Anishinaabe, because Newton is in the Anishinaabe tribe. So I just wanted to mention that as
Yeah.
well because I forgot to say
Mhm.
it at the beginning. And that's a lovely Flamingo Rampant book, which I love Flamingo Rampant. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
that
check.
was beautiful. Thank you.
I'm gonna check the site again. Let's see. Nope. Oh
Nope.
well. Nope.
Yeah.
Oh well. What have we got next from you?
We've got a lovely book that I'm gonna share from my Libby app. Shout out to the Libby app for uh, making reading accessible for folks. And it's called From the Stars in the
Oh, that's
Sky.
not what I wanted.
That's okay.
I was
From the
trying to actually. Okay, there we go.
Okay, here we go. So this is called From the Stars in the Sky to the Fish in the Sea. It's a very beautiful book written by Kai Cheng Tom, who is a trans writer, poet. So a lot of the writing is very poetic and lyrical as well. And illustrated by Wai-Yang Lee and Kai Yun Ching. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. Okay. From the stars in the sky to the fish in the sea. Once upon a time, in a little blue house on a hill on the edge of town, a baby was born. They were born when both the moon and the sun were in the sky, so the baby couldn't decide what to be. Boy or girl, bird or fish, cat or rabbit, tree or star. So the baby looked a little like everything. They looked very strange. All the same, the baby's mother gave her child a bath and rocked them in her arms. Your name, she said, is Mulan, and she sang a song that her own mother had sung to her long ago. Whatever you dream of, I believe you can be, from the stars in the sky to the fish in the sea. You can crawl like a crab, or with feathers fly high, and I'll always be here, I'll be near standing by, and you know that I'll love you till the day that I die. And even though they still couldn't decide, the baby felt love. Mulan grew up to be a strange, magical child who was always changing. They grew feathers and wings to fly with bluebirds in the mornings, scales and a tail to swim with the fish in the afternoons, and fur and paws to play with puppies in the evening. No matter how many things Mulan became, their mother always brought them back into the little blue house, gave them a bath, and tucked them into bed at the day's end. As the stars rose, she sang, Whatever you dream of, I believe you can be, from the stars in the sky to the fish in the sea. And Mulan felt loved. One day, it was time for the child to go to school. They were so excited. They grew a tail of peacock feathers and a coat of tiger stripes. Have fun, said Mulan's mother. But when they got to school, the other students were either boys or girls. They had no feathers, no scales, no leaves, no fur, no fins, not even any sparkles. No one invited Mulan to play. One little boy ran up to the child and asked, "What are you supposed to be?" Mulan didn't know how to answer. When they came home, their mother asked them how they'd like school. "It's okay," said Mulan. "Did you make any friends?" "Not really," said Mulan. That night, Mulan's mother tucked them into bed and sang, "You can crawl like a crab, or with feathers fly high, and I'll always be there. I'll be near standing by, and you know that I'll love you till the day that I die." And Mulan felt loved, but also worried. The next day, they wore a turtle shell and porcupine spines. No one pulled or poked Mulan, but the other children still pointed and whispered. "Did you make any friends today?" asked their mother. "Not really," said Mulan. That night, Mulan's mother tucked them into bed and sang, "Whatever you dream of, I believe you can be, from the stars in the sky to the fish in the sea." And Mulan felt loved, but they also felt sad. The next day, Mulan wore no feathers, no scales, no leaves, no fur, no fins, no shells, no spines, not even any sparkles. Mulan was invited to play baseball with the boys. No one pointed, whispered, laughed, or stared, but when Mulan joined the little girls playing hopscotch, "Boys don't play hopscotch," said a little girl. "Are you a boy or a girl anyway?" asked a little boy. "Didn't you have a shell the other day?" asked a little girl. "And feathers the day before?" "What are you supposed to be?" said several children at once. "I don't know," Mulan shouted. And galloped out of the playground on horse's hooves, swam through the stream with the fish's tail, and soared up the hill on an eagle's wings. "How was school?" asked Mulan's mother. "I wore feathers and stripes so that the other kids would think I was beautiful. But then I thought they thought I was weird. And then I wore a shell and spines so that no one could pull or poke me, but they wouldn't talk to me. And then I try to be just like everyone else, but I haven't made any friends. I can't decide what to be. Why do I have to be just one thing?" "It isn't always easy to be different from everyone else," said their mother, "but you can only be who you are." "What if the other children don't like who I am?" sniffled Mulan. Their mother smiled sadly. "I don't know," she admitted, "but I do know this. Whatever you dream of, I believe you can be, from the stars in the sky to the fish in the sea." Mulan felt loved. That night, they slept a deep sleep. The next day, Mulan wore fur, feathers, scales, leaves, and many sparkles that glittered like stars. For a moment, none of the other children spoke. Then a little girl said, "You can fly? That's so cool." "I like your sparkles," said a little boy. "I'm sorry I pulled your feathers," said the boy with red hair. "I was a little jealous of them." Mulan asked, "Does anyone want to play with me?" They showed the other children how to gallop like horses, climb like monkeys, and swim like fish. It was fun to be many different things. And the children of fur, feathers, scales, leaves, and sparkles, who was neither boy nor girl, but many things and always changing, felt happy. In the little blue house on the hill, on the edge of town, Mulan's mother smiled and sang the song her mother had sung to her once upon a time. Whatever you dream of, I believe you can be. From the stars in the sky to the fish in the sea. You can crawl like a crab or with feathers fly high. And I'll always be here. I'll be near standing by. And you know that I'll love you till the day that I die. Whatever you dream of, I believe you can be. For you are my child, courageous and free. And that's the end.
Oh, I love that. What a lovely book.
Yeah, I got a little emotional, a little emotional
Yeah.
reading it. I thought it'd be nice to choose, especially for this story hour, because it has such a beautiful depiction of a mother and child relationship, which I know will resonate with a lot of our members. So, yeah, glad I got the chance to read it.
Yeah, that's lovely. I think I actually was just thinking we should probably put in our comments here all of the books that we've read so that people can see
Yes.
what the names are. Um, so I will put the ones I did. So they were My Rainbow, uh, by Trinity and Deshanna Neal. And then I read Newton's. I think I may have just. Did I hit enter too soon? No, I didn't. Okay. Newton's Perfect
Mhm.
Day. That is by Ansley Simpson, so that people can find these if they would like to. And then you read the first
I
one.
can. I'm gonna put it in the chat for you because I
Oh,
can't
good.
comment
Okay,
on
and I
the.
can copy
Yeah,
and
just
paste that.
copy paste. Yeah, but yeah, I read
Um,
Juliana's a Mermaid by Jessica Love and From the Stars in the Sky to the Fish in the Sea by Kai Cheng Tom.
cool. So yes, if you would like to get any of those books, those are the ways that you can search for them. Thank you so much for reading both of those. And do you have any others you would recommend? I know that I've been doing this for many years, so I've got a big stack here of books that kids might like. And I know you have read this one, right?
Yes, we read Phoenix Goes to School in one of our Kids Sparks. I believe it was our September back to school edition, and that was
Yeah.
great. We also read a book called My Shadow is Purple by Scott Stewart about a non-binary child. And then for Halloween, we read A Costume for Charlie um, by C.K. Malone. That was also really wonderful.
That's cool. And then I've got here also, If You're a Kid Like Gavin, which we've read in past streams about Gavin Grimm, and I've got Rachel's Christmas Boat, which is by Sophie LaBelle. And this one, The Light of You, is about a seahorse papa by Tristan Reese and Biff Chaplow. Hooray What a Day or Viva Que Dia by Molly Alice. And It's Okay to Sparkle by Avery Jackson. When Aiden Became a Brother by Kyle Lukoff.
Love that one.
Yep. And then Calvin by JR and Vanessa Ford. Those are all really good ones that we've read before. So if you want to have your own story hour with your kiddos, then those are some suggestions. I think the site may be back up. Oh no, it's not. Well, whether it is up or not, I am still going to put the link in the chat. If you have time to go there later today, when it is up, please go there and donate. We were almost at halfway, so it's really exciting that so far for our Giving Tuesday, it's plugging along nicely. Hopefully this is just a little hiccup and it won't be too bad, and it won't be down for too long. I know Give Lively will be working to bring it up because every nonprofit is trying to raise money today. So hopefully they get their site back up, and we can get to our goal that we have. And as I mentioned at the top of the hour, we have a dollar for dollar match today. A group of donors have gathered together and said, we would like to match every dollar that comes in to help encourage people to donate today. So it's really exciting that we have that dollar for dollar match, and hopefully we can use up every cent of it. So check back later and see if that site is up. Also, a little bit later today, in just a few hours, 3 hours from now at 2 o'clock Pacific, and oh yay! Oh yes, Leanne, I know I got the email from Doug. So yay, thank you so much for donating today. And we were able to get that matched. And it happened before the site went down. So it's in there. Thanks so much for that, Leanne. And today at 2 o'clock Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern time, we're going to have another stream about the staff. We're going to meet the staff and talk a little bit more about all our programming and what we do. So that's going to be really exciting. So join us a little bit later today. And I think that's all for us for Story Hour. Thank you so much for joining us. And we will see you in a few hours in our next stream. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us. Bye.